Hi dear students, welcome to the discussion of JEE advanced questions of previous question papers. Now let us have a question from paper 2 of JEE advanced 2023. Now that's a question from surface chemistry. In surface chemistry, you have one section that is about colloids, a colloidal state, and here are given a set of statements regarding colloids. Statement 1, lyophobic colloids are not formed by simple mixing of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Statement 2, for emulsions, both the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium are liquids. Statement 3, micelles are produced by dissolving a surfactant in any solvent at any temperature. And statement 4, Tyndall effect can be observed from a colloidal solution with a dispersed phase having the same refractive index as that of the dispersion medium. And the question is to find out the correct statements related to colloids from those listed above. Which are the correct statements? The question is pretty simple. You're dealing with the basic ideas about the colloidal state. You know that there are two types of colloids, lyophobic, that is solvent hating, and lyophilic, that is solvent loving. So obviously, the lyophilic colloids are easily formed by dispersing the colloidal matter in a suitable solvent. They don't require any stabilizing agents for colloidal formation. Just by mixing the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium, a stable colloid is formed in the case of lyophilic colloids. So for example, protein colloid is a lyophilic colloid. Starch colloid is a lyophilic colloid. On the other hand, lyophobic colloids are solvent-hating colloids in the sense they do not interact much with the solvent. For the stabilization of such colloids, you require a stabilizing agent. For example, metal colloids prepared by the Bredik's arc method require some amount of alkali for stabilization. And even if you do the stabilization, such colloidal systems are not very stable and they easily get coagulated. So lyophobic colloids are not easily formed by mixing of the colloidal matter and the dispersion medium, whereas lyophilic colloids are very easily formed by mixing of the colloidal matter with the dispersion medium. So naturally, the first statement that lyophobic colloids are not formed by simple mixing of dispersed phase and dispersion medium is a correct statement. The first statement is a correct statement. Okay? And coming to the second statement, it is regarding emulsions. You know that emulsions are colloidal systems of liquid in liquid. That means both the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium are liquids. One is an oil type of substance and the other is water. So accordingly, you have two types of emulsions, oil in water emulsions and water in oil emulsions. Anyway, all emulsions contain liquid dispersed in liquids. So the second statement, both the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium are liquids, is a correct statement. Statement 2 is correct. And coming to the third statement, it is about micelles, what you call associated colloids. And what is given here, is that the micelles are formed or produced by dissolving a surfactant in any solvent at any temperature. Okay, this part, any solvent at any temperature, but cannot be given as such. You can have a micelle formation only when the associated colloid is present in an appropriate solvent such that it has a concentration equal to or greater than the CMC or critical molar concentration. So in any solvent has to be modified as in a solvent at a concentration equal to or greater than critical molar concentration. And regarding temperature, you cannot have a micelle at any temperature. It is important that the temperature must be equal to or higher than the Kraft temperature. Okay, the temperature is what you call the Kraft temperature. So, as such, the statement 3 is not correct. In any solvent at any temperature, that part of the statement is not correct. You have to specify about the critical molar concentration and the Kraft temperature. So, third statement is not correct. Now, there is a fourth statement regarding the Tyndall effect, and you may be knowing that Tyndall effect is the scattering of light by the dispersed particles in a colloidal system. And for this scattering, for this Tyndall effect to be pronounced, it is very important that there must be appreciable difference between the refractive indices of the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium. So the statement here, Tyndall effect can be observed from a colloidal solution with the dispersed phase having the same refractive index as that of the dispersion medium, is a wrong statement. There must be good difference between the diffractive indices of the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium. So the statement 4 is also wrong. So statements 1 and 2 are correct, whereas statements 3 and 4 are wrong. So 1 and 2 correct means the correct option for this question is A. Of course, the question is pretty simple, dealing with the fundamentals of colloidal chemistry, nothing difficult, very simple, basic understanding of the essentials of colloidal chemistry. So that is the requirement for answering this question. All of you can answer such questions. Remember that for advanced paper, it's not only the tough questions being asked, but very often questions based on fundamentals are asked. Actually, there are questions of two types mainly, questions based on fundamentals and application level questions. And here, this is a question based on fundamental in surface chemistry, that's colloidal chemistry, and any student of chemistry can answer this question with confidence. Okay? All the best. Thank you.